The girl was the daughter of a housemaid, but in her heart, she secretly liked the young master of the household. Her feelings, however, didn't escape the sharp eyes of the lady of the house. Wanting to crush the girl's hopes, the woman summoned her into the living room. She handed the girl a pile of old clothes she no longer wanted and told her to put them on, saying she should try to make herself look a little prettier. But the girl quietly returned the clothes, insisting she didn't need them. The woman sneered, mocking her lowly background. The girl immediately understood what she meant. At that moment, her mother stepped in to smooth things over, explaining that her daughter was still a child and didn't know any better. She accepted the clothes on her daughter's behalf and quickly led her away. Later, the mother sternly warned her, "Don't ever let your heart wander toward the young master again. She already gave us some face today." The girl, with nothing to say, could only nod in agreement. Meanwhile, the lady of the house, worried that her son might actually care for the maid's daughter, decided to arrange a blind date for him. On the other side, the girl, feeling crushed because of her forbidden feelings, suddenly crossed paths with a handsome young man. He spotted her right away and deliberately sat down next to her. She found him oddly familiar. Then she remembered earlier that morning, she had seen him stepping out of a luxury car, where a woman had handed him some money. Mistakenly, she assumed he was some kind of kept man. The young man was baffled by her misunderstanding, but before he could explain, he asked to exchange contact information. He even offered to help her find a part-time job. Wanting to get closer, he added her number. When the girl realized he already knew her name, she grew suspicious, thinking maybe he'd read her comics before. The young man felt a pang of disappointment that she didn't actually recognize him. Not long after, she took him along to work one of her part-time jobs. Just then, a classmate ran up, thrilled, to tell her she had passed her exams. Overjoyed, she immediately called the young master to share the good news. He, too, was touched and happy for her, but his mother happened to overhear the call. Outraged, she stormed into the girl's workplace. In front of everyone, she ordered the girl's father to bring over leftovers, mocking that the girl must not be used to such food. Then she forced her to eat it in front of the crowd. The scene quickly drew whispers and gossip. Meanwhile, both the young master and the other man, who had just finished a delivery, rushed over the moment they heard she was being humiliated. Her father, trying to protect her, subtly signaled not to give in, so the girl refused the lady's offer. The woman, displeased, sneered and ordered the father to go wipe down her car. Satisfied with her cruelty, she left. Watching her father stoop to clean the car, the girl was overwhelmed with guilt. Just then, the young man gently placed a hat on her head. He told her, "If you want to cry, then cry." The girl finally broke down, her heart aching. He comforted her, telling her she was strong and talented. As he reached out to pat her head, the young master suddenly burst onto the scene, furious, scolding her for not standing up for herself earlier. The girl was torn and hurt. The young man immediately defended her, boldly declaring his feelings. "I like her." Both she and the young master froze in shock. The man looked at her with resolve, saying he would wait for her answer. The young master's face darkened with jealousy. He grabbed her hand, trying to pull her away, but she yanked free. He pleaded with her to think carefully about who she really wanted. Yet the girl, believing he looked down on her just like his mother did, turned and walked off with the other man. The young master, seething with anger, left as well. When the day of the arranged date arrived, the lady of the house purposely invited the girl too, hoping to shame her further. As soon as the young master saw her, he motioned for her to sit down beside him, but his mother quickly stopped her, ordering her instead to serve soup to the guests. The young master clenched his fists but dared not openly defy his mother. Helpless, the girl obeyed. He could only watch as she quietly handed bowls of soup around the table. When she finished and was about to sit, his mother once again stopped her, saying more guests were coming, and she should give up her seat. The girl bit her lip and was about to stand when a voice interrupted. It was the young man. He appeared, smiling at her tenderly, and told her she didn't need to move. The lady of the house was stunned, realizing they knew each other.